So we're going to continue on this particular broadcast about shooting your shot. So women, you got to be, I think the sneaky approach will work better for y'all. Either up front, what your intentions are, or the sneaky approach. What do I mean by the sneaky approach? When you say things like, I bet you fun to be around. Like, I bet you fun to be around. He'll say something like, most guys, if he interested, he might say something like, I am. Maybe we should go out and you can see for yourself. You know, ain't nothing wrong. Companionship is in the Bible. Like, you should never be too, like, I noticed it's some pretty women on YouTube talking about the scriptures and stuff. But I hope they understand that it's perfectly fine for you to deal with men and go out on dates, so on and so forth, even if you were to become a man's concubine. See, y'all get too religious and y'all be letting y'all religion get in the way of y'all relationships. You know, you shouldn't be out here just giving that thing up. But at the same time, it's fine for you to go out to dinner and things like that and establish a relationship before the Most High. See, that's what makes it fornication. And that's what makes it whoremongering, is you just go out and do stuff and you don't establish yourself as to what it is before the presence of the Most High God. Like, y'all gotta learn how to be somebody's concubine, or how to, as men, how to make somebody your concubine. It's things you do that makes it official. Y'all do realize that Ishmael was the son of Abraham and one of his concubines. Like, his concubine, why her name always slipped me. It was either Haggai or something like that. But that was his concubine. That wasn't even his wife. Sarah was his wife. And the reason why Ishmael and his mother left was because she was getting into it with Sarah. So it's perfectly fine. Now, let's get back to this. So for women, you can either be sneaky and try to get your way in that way, or you can just be flat out like, look, I like you. I want to get to know you. You could either give him your number or get his. Me personally, for the guys, I don't believe in getting phone numbers. The way these women are, give them yours. Make them call you. I'm telling you, man, the way they are now, you call them, they rolling their eyes, stuff like that. Make them call you and put a time limit on it. Because if they try to call you 3 weeks later, why take her 3 weeks to call me? Her intentions might not be good. Might not be good. She could have tried to see what was going to work with somebody else. Or she could have been mad at him. Now she want to call you. Why didn't she call you right away? So when you shooting your shot, next thing, you don't want to worry about negatively about your appearance. You don't want to worry about that. If you think, well, she ain't gonna talk to me because I'm fat. Well, she ain't gonna talk to me because I'm skinny. Well, she ain't gonna talk to me because I got a slight speech impediment, or I stutter a little bit. You don't worry about none of that. Remember, we talked about the abundance mindset. You present yourself in a way of confidence. And then don't try to talk to nobody when you ain't clean at the moment. Don't do it, man. Like if you out working and you decide to talk to somebody, just tell her, oh, excuse my appearance. I be working out here. I'm working. Those type of things. But never take it to heart if they tell you they got a man or they married or she don't talk to you. Oh, no thanks. Or she keep going. Do y'all know, man, when we used to talk to women back in the 90s, the majority of them didn't even respond. They just kept going. And some of my guys used to get mad. I just used to laugh. Like, when they get mad, that was just too funny. And I remember I was in college. One of my college buddies, I balled up, man. I was jumping up and down. I was screaming, laughing. It was just hilarious. Because he saw this one girl, and he liked the way she looked and stuff like that. He said, oh, can I get your number? Please. He put his hands up in the prayer. I'm telling you, I almost passed out. He put his hands up in the prayer hands and said, please. That was, man, you talking about funny stuff. That was hilarious. That caught me off guard. And I was laughing at him right in his face. Right in his face. He said, please. Another thing, like if you do talk to him, like let's say y'all calling each other, don't tell her, either you tell them how beautiful they are right up front, which I don't advise, or you wait a couple weeks. I prefer don't bring up nothing with her appearance for a couple weeks. Or if, like, she asks you, like, so what made you want to talk to me? Then it's okay. It's okay to bring it up then. But don't bring it up. I wouldn't advise it, at least. Don't bring it up when you first meet them. I be seeing them dudes on YouTube. I be looking at them like, man, you got some corn. Them corny lines, man. So, y'all gotta realize that these YouTube content creators, they try to make everything about money. But you gotta realize you should never talk too much about money when you first meet somebody. You don't know them like that. And you shouldn't, like with some, you got to figure that out. But with some, you shouldn't present too much money because you're going to create an entitled princess. That's another one of them things where if you a pay for it guy, that is totally different. Totally different. You want to present a little money. But if you looking for something more, I wouldn't go the money route. You can look clean and stuff like that. Make sure your car is washed. But if you go the money route with a lot of these women, they're going to become entitled and they're going to have some side on you. Some of them going to do it anyway. But there's a couple women out there, if you establish yourself right with them, they might not have the side guys. Might not. The chances are not like... So guys be on YouTube talking about money this, money that, money this, money that. You got to realize that other things come into play whether you want to believe it or not. Like if a woman is more superficial, you might get somewhere with the money thing. But if she's less superficial, like let's say she's half and half or rarely superficial, it's going to take more than that. It's gonna take more than that. Like, you gonna have to know how to entertain. You gonna have to know how to entertain, like in conversations, stuff like that. These dudes be thinking, and it ain't always about appearance. I'm telling you, man. I done seen bigger dudes, fat guys getting women at work, at home. So if you think that, clearly you don't know how things go. All these women are different. And like, that's the thing about working in corrections. You learn how to deal with different personalities. They all different. Like, the way you gonna get somewhere with some of them is if you learn her personality real quick. Some women like smarter guys. Like, where you could talk about a wide range of things. If you got money and you can't talk about a wide range of things, and you are out on a date with a woman that likes smarter guys, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You gotta see, that's another thing. You gotta know the personality. You gotta know, okay, niche is coming to play when it comes to dating too. If money is your niche, if stimulating conversation is your niche, then the people who that applies to, you're gonna get further with them. A woman who, I like to do red bottom shoes, cufflink, they want you to dress up practically every day. That one probably, I don't know if I'm gonna get somewhere with her. I'll get somewhere with the ones who like comedy shows and like old shows and certain things. The things I like. Y'all gonna be kind of different, but as long as y'all kind of the same, you might get somewhere. But you gotta understand what we talk about in this space. These women be switching up. Like, one day they'll say they like something, down the line they'll hate you for that thing that they said they like. Well, I want a man who headstrong. Then down the line, all you do is, you too headstrong. That kind of stuff. That's why I say, recreational use only until proven to be worth more. Recreational use includes going out to dates. And I coined that recreational use, if you wonder. So anybody that try to say they lying, flat out, I ain't get that from nobody. But, man, what time is it? I'm making good time. But it's perfectly fine to shoot shot. If you divorced, and you say, well, I do want to deal with somebody, time to shoot. If you break up with somebody, that's the best time to shoot. Because it loosens you up. It loosens that bitterness up. Like, if you like in red pill rage, as we call it, shooting your shot, loosen that up. But here's the thing. You in red pill rage and you get rejected, just brush it off. You shouldn't be in red pill rage. There's too many women. That one that failed you is only one. That's only one. So you shouldn't be in no red pill rage. And I'm going to show you something. Let's say y'all had kids and you divorced. Man, do not be acting angry towards her. Anything that you want her to know, you tell her flat out. And you try to be nice about it if possible. Y'all relationship just didn't work. It ain't no reason for bitterness and resentment. It happens all the time. All the time. Like anybody that done dealt with relationships, you broke up with this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. You got breakups. I can say though that some of my breakups was petty. I was being petty. But some of them was, you cheat, that's the end of you. You say, but you believe in polygyny. I'm a man. It works different. See, y'all don't realize that a man and a woman are different. You can't compare the two when it comes to multiple relationships. Because here's what happens. A woman, like if she's having sex with multiple dudes, it's going to be on her mind. It's going to be on her mind. She's going to be comparing the dudes. And the guy that might not be as good, she ain't going to like him as much. And this is why high body count matters. That's something that once you connect with them, you don't ask them this up front. You wait until you done connected with them. Then you start vetting them out. So, I was wondering, like, I know you such and such age, I wasn't in your life or whatever. But I was wondering, like how many guys have you been, have you messed around with? If she gets mad, be like, why you getting mad? I'm just asking you. And you tell her yours. Like I messed with. A lot of time they get mad when it's high. But you ain't gonna get nowhere if you don't learn how to shoot. All y'all do all day long is walk past all these women. Like you don't want to deal with nobody. Like Chris B said, I would say keep your separate living. Like if y'all getting somewhere, it's been 8 months, you still dealing with, don't move her in. Keep your own dwelling. Because a lot of times that's when the problems start. Keep your own dwelling. Vet her out. If you call her, she don't answer a certain time. Always remember, like the times that she answers and the times she don't. The time she don't, if y'all going together, one day you might want to show up at her door. Just go over there. You know what kind of car she drive, obviously. Ride through her parking lot. You say, that's stalking. Man, listen. You dealing with these women, you better learn how to stalk. If you trying to get serious with these women, you better learn how to stalk. Because you mess around and marry somebody, she could have a different dude the whole time. And now you stuck. If you calling somebody and they not answering at a certain time, one of those days you might want to go and do a little stalking, a little investigative work. Okay, if the word stalking, you don't like the word stalking, just say investigative work. Like, okay, she answers the phone until 9 o'clock. And look, check this out. Then you say stuff like, you don't tell her you came through there until time to expose. Be like, what time you be going to sleep? Or like one day intentionally get off the phone with her and say, well, I'm about to get off this phone. What time you going to sleep? Because sometimes it could not be nothing. But if you don't investigate, you won't know if it's nothing or something else. You might see a dude coming out of there. Remember on Tough Turf? That's an 80s movie. Some of y'all don't know. Mick, his name was Mick. And he was doing his investigative work. He saw the other dude, Morgan, coming out of his girlfriend's place. Now, Mick was horrible. He's a bully. He was terrible, but he did his investigative work. That's how he found out what she was doing. In real life, the same thing applies, man. If you're going to deal, you should be doing investigative work on any woman that you have any type of relationship with. Oh, don't you trust me? Nope. Why should I? You got to earn my trust. If you investigating them kind of on the sneak tip over time and you don't find nothing, they should gain a little smidgen of trust from you. But like I always tell y'all, trust can be taken away too. You've lost my trust. I ain't farting, man. That's my door. Y'all hear that? That's the leather on my door. People probably like, man, he farting. Nah, this my door. But shoot your shot. Let me give you some shot lines in close. Like, you'll call me later, straight to the point. If I give you my number, will you call me later on? I got it, man. Okay, well, my apologies. I ain't know. You got to know how to, your exit lines too. Like, so I was wondering, real quickly. Straight to the point. Hey, how you doing? Introduce yourself. My name is... What's yours? I'm not telling you my name. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for bothering you. Introduce yourself. Like, do you have a few minutes to talk? It don't take nothing special. I'm on my way back to work. Okay, well, can I give you my number? You'll call me later? Sorry, I'm married. Oh, my apologies, I know. You'll call me later? Yeah, what's your number? Give me your number. Watch out for that putting numbers in phones, because people that went right to people's Cash App and Cash App themselves. So you got to watch out for that. Just have a pen. Write it down. You say that's old school. So what? So what? But once you get rejected, That's supposed to be the end. On to the next. Start with the ones that you see on the regular. Those are easier. For women and men, people you see on a regular basis. Whether you at work and they come to your job, wherever it is. And if you trying to shoot shot, so you already connected with them, go where they at. But anyway, thanks for watching. Y'all want more tips? We can make a series out of this. I was rambling on, but it's a whole lot to this. Don't let these content creators scare you off. You a grown man. You shouldn't be worried about getting rejected. Rejection is a part of life. You're going to get rejected in every aspect of life. Not something you should fear. But I got to get going. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you with more videos.